Deep in the heart of the Sahara, one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, lies a ghost city shrouded in mystery. Tis's Djado, a labyrinth of crumbling clay and salt that seems to rise from the desert sands, like a mirage. For centuries, it was a bustling oasis, a vital stop on the ancient trans-Saharan trade routes. Today, it stands silent, abandoned, its secrets guarded by the relentless sun and wind. What happened here? Why would a thriving city in the middle of the world as large as desert simply be left to decay? Join us as we journey into the remote corners of Niger to uncover the story of the lost fortress of Djado. Our journey begins where the paved roads end. Reaching Djado is an expedition in itself. A grueling multi-day trek across a sea of sand and rock, far from any modern settlement. The nearest town is hundreds of kilometers away. This isolation is the first clue to Djado's fate. As we get closer, the landscape transforms. A massive escarpment rises from the flat desert floor, and nestled at its base, the ruins appear. From a distance, they look like a giant, intricate sandcastle. But as you walk among its walls, you feel the weight of history. This wasn't a castle. It was a city, a fortified city, known as a Sahara. The architecture is stunning. The entire complex is built from locally sourced salt and mud, materials that blend perfectly with the surrounding environment. Towers, walls, and houses are packed together in a dense, maze-like structure, designed for defense and to provide shade from the scorching sun. Some structures are remarkably well preserved, their walls still standing strong after centuries of neglect. Others have melted back into the earth, their forms softened by wind and the rare, but destructive, desert rain. Walking through these silent alleyways, you can almost hear the echoes of the past. The chatter of merchants, the braying of camels, the daily life of a community that conquered the desert. So, who built Djado? The exact origins are debated among historians, but it's widely believed that the Kanuri people, founders of the great Kanem-Bornu Empire, established the fortress around the 13th century. Its strategic location on the Fezankawa caravan route was key. This was a superhighway of the ancient world, connecting North Africa with the sub-Saharan kingdoms. Caravans laden with gold, ivory, and enslaved people traveled north, while salt, textiles, and manufactured goods flowed south. Djado, with its abundant water from the oasis, was a critical pit stop. It was a place for traders to rest, restock, and seek protection from desert raiders. The salt trade, in particular, was the lifeblood of the region. Salt was as valuable as gold, and Djado controlled its production and trade. The city flourished, becoming a center of wealth and power in an otherwise barren wasteland. Archaeological evidence, found here, tells a richer story. Intricate rock art on the nearby Djado plateau dates back thousands of years, depicting a time when the Sahara was a lush savanna, teeming with giraffes, elephants, and cattle. These ancient engravings show that humans have inhabited this region for millennia, long before the city itself was built. These early people were hunters and herders, and their art provides a window into a greener, more vibrant past. The city of Djado is just one chapter in a much longer human story written on this land. The art suggests a deep cultural continuity, a testament to human resilience and adaptation in a constantly changing environment. So if Djado was so successful, why is it a ghost town today? The answer isn't a single catastrophic event, but a slow, gradual decline. The city's downfall was tied to the very thing that made it prosper. The trade routes. Starting in the 16th and 17th centuries, new maritime trade routes, established by European powers, began to bypass the Sahara. It became cheaper and faster to move goods by sea than by camel caravan across the treacherous desert. As the trans-Saharan trade dwindled, so did Djado's importance. The economic foundation of the city crumbled, but there was another, more insidious threat. The environment itself. The oasis that gave Djado life also posed a danger. The water source was plagued by salt-loving mosquitoes that carried a virulent strain of malaria. For centuries, the inhabitants likely developed some resistance. However, historical accounts and local legends speak of devastating disease outbreaks that decimated the population. The very salt that brought them wealth may have contributed to their demise by creating a perfect breeding ground for these deadly insects. Faced with economic collapse and relentless disease, the people of Djado made a difficult choice. Sometime in the 18th or 19th century, They packed their belongings and left, abandoning their ancestral home in search of a safer, healthier life. They didn't go far. Many of the descendants of Djado's last inhabitants now live in the nearby village of Chirfa. They are the living memory of the city, the keepers of its oral traditions. According to their stories, the spirits of the ancestors still inhabit the old Khazar. They treat the ruins with a mixture of reverence and fear, a sacred place that belongs to the past. For them, Djado is not just an archaeological site, it's a part of their identity, a powerful symbol of their heritage and the resilience of their people. They're the final piece of the puzzle, a human connection to these silent, crumbling walls. Today, Djado stands as a powerful monument to the rise and fall of civilizations. It reminds us that even the most formidable human creations are at the mercy of larger forces of shifting economies, changing climates, and the unseen world of disease. Its isolation has protected it from the ravages of modern development, leaving it as one of the most spectacular and least understood ruins in the world. As we look back one last time at the sun setting over the fortress, casting long shadows across the sand, we're left with a sense of awe. Djado is more than just an abandoned city. It's a story of human ambition, survival, and ultimately, surrender to the immense power of the desert. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey to the lost city of Djado. What do you think is the biggest reason for its abandonment? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration into the forgotten corners of our world, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure.